it's really it is really a platform for us to learn and learn from one another. So today we are very fortunate to have Agent of Change AOC to share with us this one and ask me, right? So they'll be sharing. Then later on we can have Q&A. Okay. So if without much further ado, I just pass the time to ask me.
Okay, thank you, William.
You're welcome.
Hi, welcome everyone. Okay, firstly, I introduce myself. My name is Azmi. I'm a recovering personnel from substance abuse. I'm 51 years old, been traveling around the Singapore prison for 9 times. My first incarceration 1991 and my last one is 2011. And I've been clean for 13 years. Life was very bad during using. I lost a lot of things, not only trust. I lost my family members due to drug and due to my behavior. So 2011, that is where everything starts for me. Because from 91 to 2007, promises have been made. Till then, I know that promises are meant to be broken. So I don't make promises right now. I learn not to make promises because I will break it. So 2011, I just start my journey one day at a time. I was being sent to a halfway house where I start everything all over. I was invited, given the opportunity to be an intern staff down there and continue as a staff. And I've been attending a lot of support group and also been working on my 12-step studies with my sponsor. And that is where, if I'm not mistaken, around 2016, after my dad passed away, I decided with one of my colleagues to open up this support group because I believe I get back my life through support group. Support group doesn't teach me how to live my life, but it is a guidance where I could, I could like shed all my sorrows, I could dump all my sadness, my anger, everything in that group, and that keep me clean. And actually, it's not a good start. At that point of time, it was a bit difficult for us until we decided 2019, Agent of Change has been built. I mean, people say that we started Agent of Change. So I guess everyone knows about Agent of Change. Anyone knows about Agent of Change? We are not housing agent now. Yeah, okay, so like what I say we established 3 years ago with the co-founder Izwan, myself and Muhammad Sofian, because I believe that it is like our passion to help ex-addict and convicts during that point of time, because I got my life, and I believe every individual wanted to have a normal life. So it is also a unique support group from others. I could say it is unique because being an addict myself, I've been complaining that my parents don't understand me, my wife don't understand me, that's why I keep relapse, this and that. Hey, why you relapse? No, my wife, this one cannot, that one cannot. So I've been shifting blaming to all my family members. Whereas I don't understand myself. So in our group, we open up a bit of angle to allow those family members to be part of us in order for them to understand us, and also we understand our family members. And we input like the family milieu concept in this group. Yeah. That's why we are called, Agents of Change. And we've been actively working with ex-addict who really wanted to get back their life. And Agent of Change is not a group where we teach you what to do or what you need to avoid or whatsoever thing. No, because Agent of Change, we are there. It's like not really a path for them, but we are someone who gonna walk the talk together. You know, be it how many times you relapse in my group, you are still invited. And agent of change is not about criticizing people. It's not about telling people story, or no. It is all about how I could deal the issue in my life regarding about my using. So the journey, I can tell you, it's not that hard, but it is not impossible. Because if I could reach to the top, or I could reach level 2, I believe my fellow friends could reach that level also with me. So our meeting is on every Friday from 8:30 to 10:30, and we are located at one of these mosques at Hougang, the An-Naim Mosque. And AOC is open to community. Yeah, it's not only addict and family. We do open doors with people who are having issue, because I believe not only addiction is an issue, mental health is an issue also. You know, all kind of thing is a problem for us, because it's a matter of how we deal with issues. Last time I will run away from issue, run away from problem. I will get high, I will just numb myself, and that's it. I don't give a damn on anything which happened towards my family. But now I will do my very best to be part of the problem solving with my family members. So that is where we decided to, we are thankful we got a place for our every Friday meeting. And you can see at the slide those beautiful, our families, our wife, our kids, even mom and son are all there. And also, not only a support group, we do encourage our members to attend training. One of the last session we had is the Voices of Resilience. Like what I said, I never been an actor. So in this training, they script out all my experiences, my life issues, everything, and I have to read it in front of everybody. Where I looking at script, I can lose my words, because I'm not used to reading scripts. So it is like a new things for me to learn. Not only being a facilitator, I can be a speaker with how to say, like much more confidence when I'm speaking. I can use a proper vocabulary. And when last time I just don't think of that like I say I hate reading script. So in this training, it helps me a lot in self-belief and a lot of things in my life, which I know that I don't have that tools. So besides that, we are involved with the community, like giving back to the society. We are currently working together with Fitra, and I can be grateful that Fitra opened a big gap for us to be involved in societies, because they got their own befriendee. So they are giving like monthly food ration, where I get all the AOC members involved. And thank God not only learning about recovery, living life on life term, and we also learn that how hard life is out there last time I don't think of that seriously. I've been abandoning my mom, my dad. It's like nobody business I can just do whatever stupid things, whatever, a lot of things to them but till now, after I get involved with society, doing voluntary work, everything, get involved with societies, I know that how meaningful life is That's why in AOC it's not only support group. We are lucky there is like Fitra who's willing to work hand in hand with us, giving us the opportunity to reach out to family. And just imagine that no one is opening doors for us. I mean, we are just as what we are, we will be right at the bottom. And thank God, not only Fitra, the SPS is also opening doors for disaster like us. It's like, wow. I just couldn't, no words can describe. I just don't believe that people like me, we are still useful to the community. Oh, it's great. Actually, yeah. If I were to run this thing, it could get very emotional. Maybe because all those rubbish I've done in my past. And we also, how to say, we are also involved in a specialized program from prison and Fitra, even the Project 9 Yard, group sharing in prison with DRC inmates, We are the FCM befriender and also the MUIS befriender. And we are also, how to say that, provide manpower for volunteer work, everything, And lastly, we are involved with this Fitra Insan Mukmin program for those who are at Selarang. And we are the befriender down there for them. And it's good because during my incarceration, there is no befriender, no whatsoever thing, for me. Maybe I'm the old dated hardcore, So we don't have this, but now they are opening these kind of things to ex-offender. I think this is very beautiful, At least I could contribute a lot of things for the societies. And most important thing is that I'm helping my fellow brothers and sisters inside who really want to get back to life, Not only that, we just launched our podcast. It's just like a normal sharing of our experience and also rediscovering recovery. We do share our pain, our sorrow, our difficulties, and also a bit of our joy. It's not only for an ex-addict. We do welcome anyone who really have a life experience, which could be a motivation to our fellow members out there. They are also invited to our podcast. We have it in TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and lastly, Spotify. This is just the beginning step of Agents of Change. I think besides having meeting, this is the only way that we could reach out to society at large. Okay, the best thing is that this is the first time in my life I shake hand with, the minister, collecting the certificate for Disaster Network on behalf of Agent of Change. It's like, I don't believe that I could be on stage shaking hand with Mof Faisal. And it's just like, I don't know what to say, seriously. It's like, wow, the beauty in recovery. That's why I always tell myself, I always tell my fellow members that recovery is beautiful. So if we had that opportunity, why not? We could work hand in hand. We are always there. I'm always there. You can look at my body. If I couldn't carry you, I can just drag you together with me, because I just can't describe. It's too emotional for me to describe what had happened in my life right now. The changes in my life right now. Like I say, recovery is always beautiful, much more beautiful than my wife. So like I said earlier on, Fitra give us the support and resources, they are doing a lot for Agent of Change, and because I ever talked to myself when I was in incarceration last time. There is no Muslim organization which come in, to give support or help. So I think that this kind of thing doesn't exist at all. But I got it wrong. When I meet Mr. Farid from Fitra, we talk about things, and this is what they are doing. They're reaching out with inmates inside, giving program, everything. And it's like, wow, this is wonderful, man. So why not? I need to grab this opportunity, speak to my, we discuss with my co-founder, everyone, and let's get hand in hand with Fitra. We're men helping men to help each other, So we saw the beauty of working together with Fitra, and it's like it is a non-stop support which Fitra gave us in whatsoever voluntary work which they could add AOC in, they will 101% add us in. Again, thank you to Fitra. I don't know whether Fitra staff is here or not, but Izwan is here. He can relay this message to them. So this is what the family are. It doesn't look that big, but it make a lot of difference. Because I still believe if I couldn't save 10% in the planet, if I could save one, it really makes a lot of difference. And this is the difference. You see, from the spouse's face, you can see they smile. That is people say that is the honest smile which they get. Last time, my wife want to smile, so as if, have to smile in front of me. But now, I no need to ask them to smile, they will smile. And this is what I just don't know how to describe. This is the beautiful thing which I had in my life. Again, if not without the support from every individual, this thing doesn't work. Because I can do it, but I can't do it alone. I need people surrounding me. That's why I always welcome those fellow members out there. Don't be shy to seek help. We are always there. We are not shy in lying to my parents. I'm not shy lying to my parents, to my sibling, to everybody, just to get my fix. But why I must be shy in seeking help from others? So yeah, we are self-funded. We are not affiliated with any other organization. So in any event comes for AOC, we're self-funded by our own pocket money lah. Although people say it's hard, but the beauty is there lah. The blessing from God is there lah, I believe. By every individual fork out their pocket money, God still bless us lah. In whatsoever thing we do lah. As long as we are honest and sincere with what we do, God will arrange everything. And I think that is the short introduction about AOC. You can ask more, but maybe you can come down to our meeting to know more about AOC, or can call Izwan, Sofian, or me myself personally to know more, or maybe we make a physical meetup to know more about AOC lah. So I leave it. If there is any question and answer for me or for Izwan to answer, I open it to the floor.
Can you ask me? Thanks for your very honest sharing
Sure.
about your past and your current situation. Maybe I just start out just to get some ideas. So maybe I'll share more about your support group. Which day is it, and usually what time? And maybe you can share a little bit more about how does a typical session looks like.
Okay.
Yeah.
We planned it earlier on, but we started late. There is a reason why we started late, because to my understanding, if I wanted to build a house, I need to have a strong concrete, to build a house. So it's also the same like AOC. I need to have the strong concrete, like a living example. Like for me, I'm 13, and for Mr. Sofian, he's 12 years clean. So I believe that these two living example, it's already more than enough to prove people that recovery is possible. And at first, it is hard to get a place where then we came to meet Izwan, where we had our first session at Juchet Road. And it's like only me, Sufyan, Izwan, and one of the Ustad. Just the four of us. And slowly, as time goes by, one individual came, then another one individual came. But it took us quite some time to hold on to this 5% to be like the main, not to be the, how to say, to be the main people in AOC. And thank God these 5 are still with us, and more are coming in one by one, one by one. But at first, it's really hard to get a place until we know Fitra. Then Fitra provide us with a much more better venue where we could help more than 20 20 family members in a session.
I mean, so having a suitable location is also very important. I mean, the amenities, the resources.
Yeah, correct, sir.
Yeah.
Having a good, I mean, how to say, a good place for meeting is really important, you know. I just couldn't, anywhere I just hold my meeting, you know, and I don't want in between the meeting, it feels very cramped, uneasy. But with the place we had now, thank God it is very comfortable with aircon, fan, everything, you know.
And that place is also quite convenient, actually.
Yeah, it's really convenient It is at Hougang, where most of our members are living around that area. Yeah.
I think there are others who want to ask me. I just ask one more question, just to understand. So actually, you meet, I understand, meet on every Friday night, is it?
Yes, correct. Friday night from 8:30 until 10:30.
So in 8:30 or 10:30, usually what do you all do? Just briefly, you can share.
Okay, let's say 8:30, then they will came to the mosque. Maybe some of them will do their prayers first. We allow them to do their prayers. Actually, our meeting starts at 9 because 8:30 is just to get them together. Maybe they can have the opportunity to pray at the mosque, everything. By 9, we start with all those preamble, everything being read out. And it is like mostly Sofian will give a topic, you know, or Izwan. But for me, there is no topic you know. I'm open to any sharing, or I will open to discussion. Discussion is not finding answer or solution, no. Discussion is to get experiences from all fellow members, which I found it sometimes good you know, with topic, but sometimes the topic also, I don't also understand so much, you know. So we just, we don't do it round the table session. We just open to the floor. It's only when the room is too quiet, then we will start to call. Normally, Sofian will start to call every individual. Hey, yes, what you want to say? You know, just like, oh, it's my turn, I need to share. Yeah? It's actually good because why? Some of those experiences I never gone through. So it is something new, and especially it is useful for those individuals who are really struggling. Yeah, who are really facing difficulties. Not even them, even me on my 13 years, I do face my difficulties. And Sofian is always there. Sofian is my shoulder to cry on. To be honest, he's also here, I think.
Yeah, he's here, he's here.
Oh, yeah, I will call. I don't give a damn. I will call him. Sofian travel call, I got an issue, you know. And the beauty about what we practice, he will be there for me. Okay, come down to my block, come we go coffee shop. The next morning, he had to work. The next morning, I had to work. But he spent his quality time with me just to make sure that I dump everything on him. And, you know, he will motivate me, you know, everything. And we go back. And I feel good after that. That is the purpose of the support group. It's not only listening to your problem, that's it. No.
And your support group actually what you're sharing is it's not just the Friday. It's actually a relationship, and it can be even any time of the day. That's why I understand what you mean by working together. So, but it's a place where both feel safe enough to pour everything together. Then at the same time, then be able to. That's why you get able to journey together. Yeah. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, correct, Mr. William. It's not only on Friday. We are open actually 24/7, but our session is on Friday. And not only that, we do have family bonding day on every weekend. We used to have that, but there is a certain problem where some already couldn't make it due to work, everything. So we try to minimize it, but still we meet at least 2 weeks once. The whole family will meet. That is where, you know, we start to disturb one another. We even had sometimes when we are together, we have a sharing also outside. And that is important, I think, in my recovery.
Yeah.
Mm.
Maybe this time I just open up, invite questions or comments or your reflections or questions you have.
I have a question of okay, so I think the greatest strength that you showcase for the rest of the other support groups, right, is your family work lah. That's why you are doing the sharing here. But a point of curiosity is, when you all first started, right, you're all men, right? But you want to bring in the beneficiaries' family members. How then do you engage the family members when, as a start, you're all men? Is it you bring in your wives, or you bring in other female uh, mentors to help engage them as a family? Because I find it a bit awkward for, let's say, my campus volunteers, right, to come in and ask them, hey, can you also engage the wives together together with the beneficiary who is a man? Yeah.
Mr. Luis, for your information, right?
Mm.
When you look at me and my and our members, right? So, like for me, we never leave our wife behind. So whenever I go, besides toilet wherever event I go, my wife will be there. And if Sofian was there, Sofian's wife also is there. So both of this lady, they know what we are planning to. And I just bring her, come, let's go for my meeting lah. But yeah lah, they didn't share it because maybe they are a bit shy or what, So they are always there for us.
So you involve your family at the onset of the
on the meeting, because we, like what I say, we are different from others, that we invite family to be on our Friday meeting, to let the family understand what's the struggle the husband face or the the son faces, and to let them and that addict knows also what their family is facing outside when they are in incarceration. So understand rather to be understood lah. It's like a win-win situation for both. So if, for example, if I'm sharing something bullshit, my wife will know. Oh, okay, he's telling lie all this while, So we can it's been like transparent for both of us. But actually, it is hard. But most of our members who came in, their wife are all while been supporting them. And that's why it is easy for them and the wife to get involved with us. And definitely there is a lot of things which me and the two we are doing like outing, invite the wife, everything. From there we start to build a bond, and meeting, they are always there for the wife. Yeah, and that's the beauty of it.
I understand. Yeah, I understand where you come from, but I'm also just thinking of some of the volunteers that we have. There's also an issue of privacy and private space, and sometimes it may be a little too up close and personal to know the volunteers' own wife and children and all that to be involved in this whole ecosystem lah. I mean, it can be making yourself very vulnerable also lah.
So okay, like if that kind of issue, right, we could channel you to like an individual members, like maybe Sophian or Izwan could help them, can reach out with them more lah. Yeah, I understand. Sometimes things are very, people say very confidential to share around the table, but they can do it as an individual lah. They can just say that they need someone. Okay, maybe we can send Sophian or Izwan, whoever it is, who is capable in dealing with it, or who ever had the same experience like them. Yeah, so we do provide this kind of service also. If you need counseling as an individual, we do have people who are capable in doing counseling also. Yeah, on the strength which we had.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Azmi.
Yeah, sure, Mr. Ruiz.
I may just perhaps based on what Luz has shared. So actually, is there how do you communicate? Mean when new members comes, you tell them actually it's open for both the person and the families. So far, do you have faced any challenges like getting the families to come on board? I think it's good that some will be willing to come, but are there any challenges so far like getting the family members? Or
Okay.
maybe it's the person himself not comfortable the family to be there.
Okay. Okay. Now that we go down to the technical terms, let me share a bit lah on how. So,
Okay.
getting the families down is actually you have to build relationship first lah. So the relationship that you build with the clients and the family is very important because we want the whole ecosystem to know, then the whole family nucleus to know that what the client is up for and what we are providing. So like I said, we are not shrinks. We don't change. We don't change people magically, but we do use our experiences, and we do have professionals that come in every week to lend a hand, and they see worth in our cause to provide whatever that is needed, support as in physical and mental lah. So like I said, like mental health, we have Sophian and his team. And then for counseling support and for the Malay Muslim side, I have it on my side. But of course, if we do need to refer them to professionals, we do reach out to other organizations too. And of course, PDPA is very important. We actually have we have a form for them to sign whether they are comfortable to share within a group or not lah. So for those who are not comfortable to share, of course we will take it in a personal level, and then the facilitation starts there lah. So of course we will advocate safety in the group sharing, and we do it slowly lah, because we do have clients that are not comfortable at first, but right now is taking the mentorship roles. So yeah, we are really thankful to be seeing that happening lah in their growth. Yeah, I hope I answered your question.
Okay, thanks as well. Any questions from the rest? Or reflections also can't?
Anything will do.
Or if you like, you can also type into the chat lah, any of your questions.
Everyone, nice to see you again. Sheila here from the greenhouse.
Hi.
Oh, hi, Sheila.
Yeah, we met a month ago on Zoom as well. Really inspired by your sharing your personal story and the group that you've created from the ground up. You mentioned earlier about people who were uncomfortable at first, and then now they are becoming mentors. I'm wondering, how are you raising this like next generation of leaders, of like, are they like peer supporters? Like, do you train them? You specially identify and train them? How are you doing it? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, at first they are a bit shy to share certain things, due to private and confidential. After time goes by, they are willing to open up everything bit by bit. Then from there, we'll discuss with them, we'll try to push them, to encourage them to go for courses, to go for some learning or whatsoever. And it's like, yeah, they are willing to do so. They are willing to get involved with causes, everything. And can be said, most of them are a befriender right now. So it's like what I say, miracle do happen in life. It's dependent. I can see that they are honest in what they are doing right now. So it is a blessing from God, which they really can. So for now, it's like they got no areas in sharing their life experience. That is the beauty. And sometimes we remind them, at first you are a bit shy to share, but now you're willing to stand up in front of everybody just to share your experience. Because why? You don't want that experience to happen to any other people, so we are encouraging them to go for courses, like if SPS got any courses, if Fitra got any courses, we'll encourage them to go. Yeah, so that is where they develop their self-confidence, their self-esteem, which makes them like, oh, they are really important to their societies. That is much important lah. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, thank you very much. So the giving back helps them feel like there's some purpose also.
Correct. That is important, man, because whenever there is a voluntary work, I make sure that the whole AOC members are involved, their wife, their kids, and from there, maybe it is like an eye-opener from them, so they can look on things on a big angle for them. Oh, okay. If they are not there to help, who gonna help? So if they help, what they gonna get from everything? Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Sure, no worries.
I have another question on weekly sessions. So if you hold it weekly, and every week is a topic, and you're gonna have 52 topics in a year, what do you talk about each week? Would it become repetitive after a while?
Okay, so yeah. Okay, again, I'll come in to answer the technical terms. Okay, so for the topics that we have ready, it's actually it's not like we reuse it, we expand it. So if you need 360 topics, right, that will be very, very hard for us to come up with. But we do expand our topics to the next following session. So there is a follow-up from the previous week lah. So that is actually a pull factor. So to bring the people who are there to come back next week and really look forward to like, hey, I have a burning question last week. You all didn't answer. You say next week. Okay, I come this week. You all better answer. So we really have to deal with those lah. Yeah, but like I said lah, through I think through trainings and through facilitation, you can actually use that prowess you have to actually expand a topic and bring in more content into it lah. So we are thankful we have Brother Azmi and Brother Sofian who are really quick on their feet and are very good at engaging. So yeah, we are really lucky. I'm truly honored to be among them lah. Yeah, I'm just a worker lah, so don't think anything.
Okay, thanks very much. So actually is one session itself may not accommodate all the sharing that people want to do, so you expand it to allow for those who want to voice their opinions and express their views, and also maybe ventilate a bit lah, to have opportunity. Everybody should have a voice lah, that concept lah.
Correct. Because we want everyone to be involved, not just came down to our meeting just to sit down listening. So no, we want you to voice up, even one sentence. Hi, my name is this and that. I got nothing to share for now. Okay, at least from there, it's like a snowball effect lah, From small, it become big and big until they are willing to share. It's not that they are not willing to share. It's only that some of them says that they are worried of their language or whatsoever thing. So I say no need to worry about that. Just be yourself. If you're like that, so by all means, correct or not? We couldn't be a human pleaser. If you're like that, you are just like that. People understand you more.
Would you say that the engagements beyond the support group meeting is more important than the support group community meeting? Because it's a relationship that you forge, showing that you really care about them beyond the meeting, that actually also augments the fact that this group really cares about me, so I attend the meeting. Would you consider this, or would you think that the main draw is the weekly meetings?
Okay, so there's a few things that contribute to what we so-called achieve lah. It's just that it is at first we don't see it, because in theory we will give all the theories, and then this will work, that will work, but like I said, during our COPs also, I'm a strong advocate for if you're a diseaster, you are the best person to to be sharing and to speak about the issues that are there. And it's not I'm saying that you have to be an ex-offender, then only you can achieve all this lah. But there is a significant progress lah when we started that, because firstly you need the trust, and then you need knowledge. So knowledge is something that talking about in case of recovery and rediscovering your niche in life, right? The experience and the knowledge counts. So no matter how small your experiences are and what you have, and you think it's quite small, can be big for others, because the range is from new ex-offenders that are coming in and trying to find ways to help their lives, right? Yeah, we are. It is good lah. So I always advocate for a diseaster network to really help out other diseasters, because to be honest lah, even if we normal people, right, if we go counseling also, we will hear theories and everything that there's a theory behind it. Why don't you try this, try that? But these are people who walk through it and have tried a lot of ways to experiment on it, and their sharing is that's a plus point lah. When they share and it works and it doesn't work, doesn't mean that oh, we have to listen. He's a diseaster and it doesn't work for him, it won't work for me. But you will see in the sharing session, the eureka moment where they like, oh yeah, I didn't try that. Oh, I have not tried this. Then it will empower their curiosity and they will ask more. So yeah, it's basically, Luis, it comes back down to facilitation. so yeah, it's work in the morning, work at night. So yeah, fine by us lah. It's nice lah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for your detailed explanation. Yeah. Trying to
But-
learn tips from you lah. From AOC.
But it's why I can then ask. I mean, I do think there's a important role that they play, especially in during the recovery. But then can I ask, because we also have a lot of people who they may not have the background, but they really want to volunteer. Some of them are befrienders, some of them also do mentoring work. So in our experience, what kind of roles do you think those without the non-PIEs, how can they play a part and support the effort?
Okay, so the non-PIEs will be, okay, most of them who comes to share are professionals, actually, invitations lah. So they will come in. But you will be surprised when we involve families in, right? The inputs from the ex-offenders, right, are always counted by the family. So yeah, it's nice to see that exchange, but in a light-hearted way lah. But of course, we we keep it safe in the group. Of course, before we start, the preamble must start first and such. Yeah, how they help is actually, if they don't share, they will give resources, and I'm telling you, these people who came in and non-PIEs, right? They are quite resourceful. I think it comes from they want to help, but they don't know how to. And in a way, AOC gives them a platform to come in and tell them, you don't have to be a PIE to have problems. we do have people with mental health issues. We do have domestic violence survivors, and in a way, when we share, at first they say that, oh, I cannot relate to this, but in the long run, when they regularly sit down and say, hey, actually we have the same issues, that's where the PIEs and the non-PIEs will come in and brainstorm together lah. So a beautiful moment in a way where both brainstorming and giving ideas and thinking of the things to share lah.
Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
Let me ask you something, right? Iswan and Sufyan, and who is that person who's even talking? I didn't get your name.
Ask me.
Ask me. What is your key desired outcome for the people you are looking after? The very, very key thing that you want to achieve for those people that you are caring for.
Okay. What is the key thing I wanted to achieve?
Yeah, just give me one key thing that you want to achieve.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure there are others. But what's the biggest key thing?
The biggest is to be clean from drug. That's all.
Okay.
Because if you're clean from drug, it means a lot of things for you.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you do your things right, everything else will follow. That is the only main thing I want in life.
Okay. I understand why people who don't have the experience, who haven't been there, done that, I mean, they find it very difficult to fit in, because to be clean from drugs, it's something that is something you need to experience, actually. You're right. So I understand where you're coming from as well.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Because for me, you don't have to be an addict to understand another addict. Because like what we are doing right now, we open doors for families and also for community at large. So if you're interested, just want to hop down to our meeting, you can just call Izwan, Sofian, or me, myself. Then maybe you are invited to the meeting and you can observe with your own eyes. How is it? It's not saying that you need to be an addict, then you can be in my support group. No. We don't practice that. You are not an addict, but you can understand how the life of an addict before and after.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. There's a reason why I asked that. Because if your desired outcome is to get the people away from drugs and all that, and from addiction, I understand. But some of these people who join, like for myself, right? My desired outcome for families and for PIEs is that eventually they become very successful in life, either through getting back into family, through getting back into the social circles, or being very successful in careers. There's so many other things that but I can see your intent on achieving what you're trying to achieve is a first step, which could lead on to other things as well eventually. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, correct. Like what I say, right? Is to stay clean from drugs. If you are abstinent, clean from drugs, like I said, do your things right, everything else will follow. So the rest will come in step by step, one by one in life. So we don't, it is not like a transform where today I say, I want to be clean. I want to, I want to change everything. And tomorrow you're going to be that. No. it took times. It's actually one day at a time where you need practice, make it simple for you every individual day. And like things will come very slowly and very late. Like example, trust. It's not that 1 week you are not taking drug, the trust will come from your family. No. Trust is not example, trust is not a word saying through mouth. No. It is an action.
Yeah.
So
It's one I totally agree with what you are doing, because
yeah,
you're right, it is one step at a time. The
correct,
minute you
correct.
take that step, right, you're opening up doors. So it's great. I like the idea, because not a lot of people think like you do. One step at a time. The minute you get to that space, right, the door is open,
Yes, correct.
which is really the right thing to do. And I love the idea that you're taking it carefully and taking one step at a time, because the minute you get there, they will understand what you're trying to do. Thank you.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
everyone got their God of understanding. So if
Yes.
you're really honest in your recovery,
Yes,
God will lead everything for you.
sure.
That is my belief.
Good. Thank you.
Sure.
I think Amans has been sharing the chat that but the sharing for him is really helpful lah. So maybe Amans, you might want to just share more about your concept that the sharing helps you to, you know, to, it's a ventilation thing, right? You share already, you offload, then you feel very shocked, right? Is that how it works for you?
Yes. For me, is by sharing, it release our stress.
Mm,
When we share, it helps. Seriously, I believe once we share, it really makes me lighter. Seriously, you should try that also.
Yeah, because add on to that, because addict, there is a behavior, there is an addictive personality in myself, where last time I don't practice this, because I like to keep whatsoever thing in myself. I don't like this thing, I just keep. I don't let it go. I don't want, and from there, it is like a snowball effect. It become big, and it's like a walking time zone, then time bomb. And at the same time, I spare resentment towards people in my life,
mm,
where I think I don't have to practice that in my life. So whenever I got something issue, I just wait for if I really can't wait for my session, like I say, I will just call any members who are free. I will just ventilate out to him.
mm,
In order to have resentment towards people, why must I carry the baggage on my back?
mm,
So I just let it out just to ease my bag, get the baggage, let them clear the baggage. That is the main thing lah. The beauty of
mm,
any support group lah.
mm.
Yeah.
So again, it's about that relational connection and in the safe space and the safe trust we build in the group that
Yeah.
allows you
Correct.
to do that lah. Yeah. But that also means the group cannot grow too big, right?
It
That's the
depends.
question I have.
because because we don't experience that big yet. Maybe who knows? Maybe we'll try see how. Yeah, lah. If it is too big, it is going to be a bit hard also. And if it is too small, also it's like, hey, my group is no one is supporting my group. So if it is too big, like wow, 30 to 40 people in a session, it's going to be a bit difficult lah for the facilitator to facilitate the group. But still can be done lah, if
Yeah.
who knows.
Break it to smaller groups.
So maybe we can break to smaller group, because I understand that most of our members, they already went for the facilitator course and a lot of courses. So I believe I need to have that belief in every individual in my group. I believe they could perform like, they could. Because what now, like Sophian and Izwan is practicing now, letting the pioneer to facilitate the meeting. It's not, they are not trying to run away from what they are doing. No, they are opening gap. They are giving chance for them. never mind, today, this week you facilitate. I think it's good lah, you know, because we couldn't totally depends on Sophian and Izwan until I don't know when. So the rest need to step up and to make themselves important in the group lah. This is what I believe in my recovery. Yeah.
Okay. So maybe talking about the split of the group lah into 2 or 3 to facilitate growth lah.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's linked to the earlier question, right? Sheila, I think asking about how do you groom the peer leadership. So maybe even now, when the opportunity, you already throw them into the situation and ask them start to facilitate. That's how they learn.
Yeah. We saw the growth in Sophian right now, how he's a peer support specialist, you know, how he handled everything. So there is a lot of question where people start asking him, you know, every members. So it's like, hey, it's a good sign, you know. So that's why when people start asking, okay, he start to say, okay, me this now these 3% will start to chair the meeting. Okay, it's good. It's not, I say like he's not trying to run away from his duty of his task. No. He's giving the opportunity, but he's always there. He must be there to guide them, you know. Yeah, sometimes if no one guides, sometimes it could run away from the topic. He's always there. Yeah, it's only that he's giving the opportunity lah. Who knows, like Mr. Louis say one day it's gonna be suddenly a big group. We can divide into 3 groups and the 3 facilitator will speak the same page and the same language lah. Yeah, but we are always there lah. So we will knock on Sophian door lah every time, you know. He's always there lah for us. No worries.
Okay, I got one more question. You're not funded, right? So what are your plans to get funding? Any plans?
We do
I'm sure
have
you've been looking around, right?
we have been looking around lah, Mr. Luis, but yeah, but the thing is, like they say lah, the show must go on since we already started it, right? So, yeah lah, we are not funded. That is not the main issue, but is an issue also because because we are seeing the group growing and more resources coming in, more things that are needed. Yeah, of course, we are always looking around for fundings and support, but yeah lah. We hope to see lah. It's not I hope to stumble upon it, but I hope that what we do, the good work that we have, the good track records that we are holding can, you know, can radiate out there and some other organizations feel the heat and can support us lah. Then we work together. Yeah.
Yeah. These are issues about ground ups lah. You know, funding, you know, resources.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. It's always a challenge lah.
But it's okay lah. We still believe in God blessing lah, you know. We need to run a proper show, let the audience see, are they satisfied, you know, or not, you know. Then by all means, it's all be decided by them lah. We are willing to accept whatsoever fund or whatsoever give from any individual lah. But we need to make sure that we meet the criteria lah before we get everything. Everything is proper, smooth. Then the best word for that is let go, let God lah, you know. Let God decide everything else. We just do our best. And I leave it the rest to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in a way, you're also faith-based lah, because a lot of the sharing is really dependent on your faith with God lah, you know.
It depends lah.
Yeah.
It depends also. Yeah. Like I
Okay.
said lah, we'll see lah how lah, but we need to be proper lah before we accept any gift from any individual or any organization or groups, you know.
Yeah.
We need to be like solid lah, kawan lah, Chinese say lah. We get anything lah. If like we half dead like that, wah, Hey, this is not a joking matter. This is about humans' life. AOC is dealing with humans' life. So we take it every single thing very seriously lah. Yeah.
Yeah, can see you are very passionate. Yeah,
I'm patient lah. I don't know why.
yeah. Will there be other questions from our other participants? Yeah, because I think we have been asking a lot of questions. I don't know whether the rest of you actually have some burning questions.
Any question can ask. How's my preparation for Hari Raya? How's my preparation for my new house? You know, two things come in one for me. You know, I'm powerless towards everything lah sometimes. So I manage one day at a time lah. With the support from the family, I could manage one thing in a day lah. It's not easy, but it's not impossible lah.
Okay.
Maybe I'll think of the question first. Maybe I got one more question to ask.
Can, no problem.
So maybe the more personal for you ask me, because I think
for
as
me,
you're,
can. I
because
love
you're-
personal problem because I'm willing to share all personal life problem which I went through before. I got no areas on that.
yeah, I can see that you're very transparent. Actually, this one is more about the self-care, because I think you are really growing and your work is getting you're actually doing a lot more. You're doing community work, then you're now starting podcasts, you go for training. I can see actually you are really getting busier, because as you do more, as you expand, or even there's donation coming in, there's a lot more work that you have to do. So I'm wondering, just for you, how do you also continue to take care of yourselves? Because you're taking care of yourself is very important, right? I can see I mean, you have to juggle so many things. I can imagine the commitment you're going to have.
Yeah, okay. I love your question because why? Your question reflect me of Mr. Sofian. Yeah, he get his self-care on every Sunday where he go for his leg massage, everything. And that goes for me lah. On Monday to Friday, I put my commitment towards my work, like my support group, podcast, everything. Saturday, Sunday, mostly with families. And if there is any event, in order to skip my family bonding time, I'll bring along my family. Where some members also bring along their family. Yeah, I know it's really tiring lah because I've been practicing that there is an off day for work, but there is no off day for my recovery. So the most important thing is that I enjoy what I'm doing. I know it's really tired because working days and at night going for this, but so far I don't complain on what I'm doing lah. I mean, it is showing that everything goes smoothly lah. Sometimes tired lah, but when meet the members face on everything, the tiredness all gone with everyone in the, that is normally, everyone is tired. Life is not that easy lah. Life is very tiring. I thought being clean is not that tired. Wow, being clean is the most tiring thing to do, so to be honest, I enjoy what I'm doing right now. Every weekend, I will have time with my families. Be it any volunteer work, I bring my wife, my kids sometime. And I'm still going strong lah right now. I still could cope with everything. I still do have time with my wife, everything. Even like what I say, my podcast, my wife is always there for me. Yeah, my wife is every single minute with me. It's only I go work, I don't bring her. But after that, she's always there for me. So that's why I cannot tackle other people or smile at her. No. She's a strong pillar for me lah in my recovery. Because in every successful man, there is a woman. Yeah, it is actually not about me. It's about both of us. Yeah. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Because I'm a type of, I like to complain last time. They're not tired, but now I start to shut my mouth You know, I take out the earbud in my ear, I put it in my mouth so I can't talk anything. I just do it. Yeah.
Now it's at 8:41. I'm wondering whether any more comments or questions. I also actually also given the feedback form, which we do for every session. If you need to leave earlier, then you can please do fill out the form before you go off.
Can not only question, if you want to complain or condemn me also, you're welcome. Seriously.
Reflections, any reflections or comments?
Yeah.
No, you know, sometimes
Yeah.
complaint will be very good. You know, maybe my language or my way of speaking is not that fluent. So it's okay for me. Yeah, that is learning. Life never stop teaching. Yeah.
Actually, from what we have observed over the years, right, I think PIEs who have strong family backing, right, tend to do much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, tend to do much better. So really the emphasis on family work and to strengthen and reconcile family members, right? Actually is a goes a long ways towards helping the reintegration. And not just reintegration. I mean being later on in terms of give back, they're also, you know, much more keen to do so as a family because of a strong relationship.
Yeah,
That's what
correct.
we usually observe. And chances are if you don't have family members, right, you tend to feel the pinch more when festive season comes around. When festive season come around, then you see all the family members start to show their love for each other, then you feel the difference.
But never mind, like AOC is their
Uh,
family. That's why every time we say to our members, right? If you got no family, AOC is your family. But if people with family around, we still need to educate the family about addiction, how it goes. Because people thought that I already been incarcerated for 5 years. Okay, that's it. I go out, I don't smoke. But why you smoke again after 5 years? You said, they don't understand what is addiction. So we need to educate the family members in order for them to understand. Yeah. So it's like I say lah, festive season, like what you say, is gonna be very sad for those who don't have mom or dad, But if you're in AOC, right? AOC is your big family. We are there for you. We will celebrate the festive for you. We won't make you feel awkward. We won't make you cry alone at home. We are the shoulder to cry on. We cry together as a family. Yeah, we every time emphasize that.
So what comes across very strongly is really the relationship. There's a lot of things you all do. That is that little bit extra, the little bit of showing that you care. That keeps the people connected and feel that yes, it's a real family. Family does that. Yeah, it's not about the program you do or that you have regular support group meeting, but it's just that the sense of family that you provide, and also those who have family to be part of the larger family lah. I guess these are the little things, the intangible things that you also will find difficult to name them one by one. Yeah, if you need to do it, you do it, right? Because you're family,
Correct,
right?
correct.
Yeah. And you
But
can't just list them out, say, oh, I do this for you, no, 1 to 10. Yeah.
then if you really have that in mind, it's very difficult lah. Because like what you say, we need to do some extra work. Like see, like what, like now, he's not got nothing to do with me, but he came down to my place. Just that is what. Yeah.
You cannot measure what do I get out of it. You cannot measure, say, I spend time with you this 2 hours, I want an outcome.
No lah. So far
No.
we don't measure that. No. Because we are doing this all honestly, we got no reservation in everything which we do. So that's why in order to gain trust, it's not doing that. Doing this, we need people to trust us now. No, this is the practice. So we want you to practice this in your living affair, also with your families or with whoever it is. Not only 1 week, one time you meet, you can call every day, maybe meet for 1 or 2 hours, say hi, bye, That is most important thing lah. That is what we've been practicing this lah. I've been practicing this with Sofian quite more than 10 years. So it's like our daily routine in our life. Yeah, I call it, come we go out with them. Okay, we bring them out. Anywhere we will go. Even we spend time at JB also with the AOC family. Just to have that. Most important thing, the rapport is much more important. and how you deal it, how you do it in your own ways.
So one last question for me. Do
Yeah.
they know, do your beneficiaries know each other before they join AOC, or you create a sense of community after they join?
After they join.
After they
Yeah,
join.
actually, if a new members, right, they will, like what Izwan explained, or Sofian will meet them, will explain to them. Then they came to our session. Then we'll let them give themselves a chance now to sit in a meeting, whether the meeting is appropriate for them or not. We don't force you, hey, you must, okay, you must sign this contract, No, it's not about that. If you feel appropriate, you are most welcome. Even if you relapse, our door is always open for you. Because relapse is a process in recovery. So we don't say, hey, you relapse, you cannot come to my group. No. So we sack you. No. We don't practice that. How you relapse, if you relapse, we will show much more love for you. The more you relapse, the more we will be with you. So that you know that, oh, that is what we've been practicing all this while. Yeah.
Thanks. Picked up some insights from AOC.
Yeah.
How William, do you think we can end the session?
I think we can end the session. So really thank AOC, this one, Nasmin, and Sufyan is there also. So really thanks for taking time, sharing experience. Just want to connect a bit. I think because in my work, I work as case managers. Sometimes I do think families and my clients have very different expectations or a very different understanding of the reality. So I think for you all to bring them together, actually, it's not just about bridging understanding. Over time, I think it becomes a community of support. So I suspect the spouses also support the spouses together. And I think I can see how this weave into a lifestyle, right? Because you are doing things together, doing community work together. So that's how it can be sustainable. Yeah. So really thanks for your insights. And really taking time. I know it's a fasting month, and really thanks for making time to come here. And all those who have attended, who come and attend today as well. Yeah. So we will see you all next session, next month and last Wednesday of the month. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
And on behalf of AOC, it is a great honor for me to be in this Zoom. Thanks for Izwan and Sofian for letting me, to be the speaker today. It is really an honor for me, seriously, to share my thoughts and about my group. Yeah. So again, thanks, Luis, Mr. William, and everyone, even my Malay buddies, friends out there who spend their time, kalang kabut, eat for your breakfast just to attend this Zoom meeting AOC. People knows about AOC. If you want to know more about AOC, feel free to text Sufyan or Izwan or me myself, and maybe had the opportunity to came to our meeting venue when we started a physical meeting after Hari Raya. It's really an honor, seriously, sincerely for me.
We look forward to your podcast. The podcast has been given the link, so please feel free to go and listen.
Yeah, sure.
I'll be curious.
Support me in my podcast, TikTok.
I will then you can ask for sponsorship.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay, thank you everyone.
Bye.
Thank you everyone.
Okay, thank you. Yes. Okay.